Hello and welcome to a new episode. Hi guys, we're going to be working on Unit 8, Lessons 1 and 2. Our topic of the day is how we learn. So our objectives are we're going to be learning about intelligence, we're going to be reading an article about types of intelligence, we're going to be working on grammar, forms of ing or ing forms. Let's get started. Okay. Now, I want you to look at exercise 1. It's a true or false exercise. You will read those sentences and you will decide whether they are true or false. Now, the first one is done for us, but let's check it together. Intelligent people are usually good at everything. So if I label someone as intelligent, does that mean that they are good at everything? Of course, this is false. People who are intelligent can have a certain kind of intelligence. They don't have to be intelligent in everything, because we're humans, no one is perfect. Now let's move on to number 2. Only people who are very good at school subjects are intelligent. So I'll say it again. Only people who are good at school subjects are intelligent, like people who are good at math, good at English, good at science, good at social studies. That means that they are intelligent. Is that true or false? Choose an answer and we'll check them together afterwards. Write the answer in your notebook for number 2. Number 3, some experts think that all the best athletes must be intelligent. Some experts think that all the best athletes must be intelligent. Do you agree that athletes must be intelligent or smart? Write true or false in your notebooks. Number 4, it is bad for you to do physical exercise when you are trying to learn something. So let's say I'm trying to study for an exam and I have some words to study. Now, is it a bad idea or is it bad for you to exercise while trying to learn it? True or false? Think about it and write your answer down and then we'll check it at the end. Now, we're going to be reading an article from a science book and then we will check our answers to exercise 1. Let's read together. We have 3 words in red, which are our vocabulary words for this unit. How intelligent are you? Being very intelligent can help people to do amazing things. But what makes people intelligent? Albert Einstein was a great scientist, but in fact he had problems with reading. He certainly was not good at everything. Experts now think that people can be intelligent in many different ways. For example, you might be intelligent because you are very good at languages, maths, or music. Some people are intelligent because they are very good at controlling their bodies. Athletes have this kind of intelligence and they can control their muscles, breathing, and balance well. Other people understand people's feelings, while others might be intelligent because they understand animals and nature. Sailors have an intelligence that makes them good at finding their way across seas or up and down rivers. If people are intelligent in different ways, it means that they will probably learn things in different ways. Writing words on paper helps some people to learn things. Others prefer to learn by drawing pictures or diagrams. Moving or physical exercise helps some people, while others learn best by working with other people. Now, our words for the day are control, balance, and sailors. So if I can control my muscles, that means I can be able to move them and stop them whenever I need to. If I can balance very well, that means I can keep things in between, in the middle. They're not too much to the right, not too much to the left. We can balance our life, we can balance our body, we can balance anything we put our mind to. The next word is sailors. Sailors are actually people. So in this case, a sailor is a person who can ride a boat and take care of it and navigate it well, to be able to move right and left and to know which direction to go. Are we going north? Are we going south, east, or west? So a sailor is a person who can ride and sail a boat. Now, let's check our answers for the true or false section at the beginning of the lesson. Number 2, the suggested answer is false. There are different kinds of intelligence, not only school subject intelligence. And number 3, some experts think that all the best athletes must be intelligent. Of course, athletes must be intelligent, but at a specific thing, which is controlling their bodies and balancing their bodies well. It is bad for you to do physical exercise when you're trying to learn something. Actually, it's false. If you try and learn something while you're exercising, you will remember it better. So moving helps some people. Now, which of the words in red in the passage means the following? The first one is done for us. Being able to stand or move without falling, of course, this is balance. You can have balance in sports, in your physical body, or you can have balance in anything in your life. So balance is not only about sports. It can be balancing anything that is happening in your life. Someone who sails on boats or ships. That is, of course, a sailor or sailors, people who can sail a boat or a ship. Number 3, to make someone or something do what you want. This is definitely control. So if I control my body, I can make my body do anything that I want. This can be done by practice and by exercising, of course. Or you can control someone's mind by hypnosis, maybe. If you're not sure what hypnosis is, you can look it up. Now, let's jump to exercise 4. Answer the questions. What does the article say that athletes are very good at doing? What are athletes good at? Of course, they are good at controlling their muscles, breathing, and balance. Question 2. In what way are sailors intelligent? What are sailors, or people who sail a boat, intelligent in? They are good at finding their way across sea or down rivers. Now, let's jump to number 3. What kind of intelligence do you think you have? Think about the kind of intelligence that you might have. I'll tell you a quick story about how I knew my kind of intelligence, and that was very interesting. I had some students have a science experiment. It was by writing down long numbers on the board and asking me to look at it for 10 seconds and then asking me to repeat that number. And I couldn't remember the whole number because it was very big. But they told me to close my eyes, and then they said those numbers to me. I listened to those numbers only, and I was able to remember most of the numbers by listening. So I knew that my kind of intelligence is auditory, or it is related to listening. So what kind of intelligence do you think you have? Some people are visual, some people are kinesthetic, so they learn by moving. Some people learn by writing, and some people learn by talking. And these are linguistic people, people who have linguistic intelligence. So think about the kind of intelligence you have and write it down in the comments. I would love to read it. Now, number 4, the article describes 4 ways of learning things. Which of these work best for you? So the article describes 4 ways of learning things. Which of these works best for you? Write it down in your notebooks or in the comments. Now we're going to jump to lesson 2, the grammar section. Underline the words ending in ing. So if you find any word ending in ing, just underline it. Number 1 is done for us. Being very intelligent can help people to do amazing things. The word here is being. Let's go to number 2. Albert Einstein had problems with reading. Here we're going to underline the word reading because it ends in ing. For number 3, athletes have fantastic control over their muscles, breathing and balance. Here, what should we underline? Of course, the word breathing because it ends in ing. Number 4, other people understand people's feelings very well. In this case, we will underline the word feelings because it ends in ing. Now, number 5, moving or physical exercise helps other people. Which word are we going to underline here? Of course, the word moving, because it ends in ing. Now, I want you to look at those words. Are these words nouns or verbs? What do you think? Give it a minute and just look at the words you've underlined and tell me, is it an action or is it a topic, which is a noun? Okay, now let's jump to our grammar box to understand more about ing forms. So ing forms can sometimes be used as a noun. Let's look at the examples. I'd like to read a book. To read here is a verb. So if I want to use read and ing, I will turn it into a noun when I say reading is enjoyable. Here, I'm not talking about the action. I'm talking about the idea of reading. So if I talk about the idea of reading, this is considered a noun. Let's jump to the next one. The ing nouns can be the subject or object of a sentence. In that case, I can use it in the beginning of a sentence or in the middle or end of a sentence. Let's look at the example. I love learning. Here, learning comes at the end of a sentence, so it is automatically written as an object. It receives love, okay? Or we feel love through learning. The next one is washing up isn't my favorite thing to do. Here, I started my sentence with washing. In that case, washing is a subject. So again, if the noun with the ing form comes at the end of a sentence, it is an object. But if we start a sentence with an ing noun, then it is considered a subject. Now let's jump to the third point. Learn the spelling changes when you add ing. Learning the spelling changes when you add ing. For example, write, writing, swim, swimming, lie, lying. So if I say lying in bed for a long time isn't healthy, that means I'm talking about the idea of laying down in the bed. It is not an action, it is a noun. So you have to learn how the spelling of a word changes when you turn it from a verb to a noun by adding ing. Prepositions are followed by ing forms of the verb. So if I'm using a preposition, if I say, thank you for baking my cake, Mom, here the prepositions are followed by ing forms of the verb. Now, let's jump to the last point. Not all words ending in ing are nouns. Of course. So in some cases, words that end in ing are not nouns, they are still verbs. If I say we are swimming, are and swimming are actions in the present tense. But if I say swimming is fun, I'm talking about the idea of swimming, therefore it is a noun. So please know the difference by asking yourself, what am I doing or what is fun? And then I'll say swimming. In that case, swimming is a noun. But if I say what are we doing, I say we are swimming. Here, swimming is a verb. Now we're going to complete the sentences using the ing form. The first one is done for us. Let's read it together. Magda likes to play tennis. It's her favorite sport. So here I want to make playing tennis an idea or a noun, not a verb. So I will say playing tennis is Magda's favorite sport. So playing tennis here is considered a noun when I start the sentence with it. Let's look at number 2. My sister finds it easy to learn new languages. For my sister, blank is easy. How can we turn the word learn into a noun? We will add ing. So we will say learning new languages is easy. Of course, here it is considered a subject, not an object. Let's look at number 3. Do you feel happy when you listen to music? Then we'll ask, does listening to music make you feel happy? And now number 4. In England, it's always more expensive to travel by train than bus. So if I want to use the expression of travel, I will say, traveling by train is always more expensive than by bus in England. So we changed all the verbs in the sentences into nouns, either subjects or objects, depending on where we put them in the sentence. You guys did a great job. If you need more practice, you can go ahead and complete the quiz at the end of the unit. Now, complete the sentences using ing forms. If we look at painting pictures is my favorite hobby, this is our speech bubble. Look at the activities that are being done at the bottom. You can add anything you like based on the pictures or based on your own hobbies that you like to do. Blank is my favorite hobby. I would say reading is my favorite hobby, but it's up to you. We can say exercising is good fun, or we can even say playing the trumpet doesn't take a long time. Playing the trumpet here is a topic. Now, last one, blank is often difficult. Exercising is often difficult. Okay, so we have used nouns with ing forms for the above 4 questions. Now, we're going to wrap up. Guys, you did a great job. We talked about intelligence. We learned about our own kinds of intelligence. We read an article about intelligence, and we learned about ing forms. You did a great job. I'll see you soon. Bye.